All right, all right. Welcome back to more FLA Homes. If you're new to the channel, my name is Christian Clay. Alongside me is one of our real estate rock stars on the show, Dan the Man. What's going on, Dan?
Hey, great seeing you. I'm excited to talk about real estate. People are still calling, and we're trying to connect them with the right situation for their families.
Another country club in Lakewood Ranch. Well, I don't want to say another. I can't remember if some of the others are actual country clubs, but Calusa Country Club in Lakewood Ranch. This is a very interesting one. You want to know why? Because it's a country club, but Lennar is the builder out here. Talk to us.
Yeah, yeah. So Lennar has done a full project here. At the time, everything's done 6 to 7 years now. Looking almost 1,900 homes. It is 100% Lennar homes. And we're going to get into all the tiers and everything, but they also built another. They're one of the first country clubs, Lakewood Ranch Country Club, or I'm sorry, the Lakewood National Country Club. But they had a country club that they did this before when
Mhm.
Lakewood Ranch started. So Lakewood Country Club is part of it, but then you have Lakewood National. This is a golf community. If you're a golfer and you want the resort style feeling and you want to kind of just get a budget, this is it, because there's really not that much under over $1 million in here. You're not looking at 2 million, 3 million. The,
Gotcha.
the top house in here right now with a pool at 3,000 square feet is not topping 1.1. It's under
What about, okay,
1.1.
so and I know this is the Calusa Country Club video, but like compare it to Esplanade at Rosario. Like
So
what's
yes, a
so
little
so
bit
what's the
different.
difference between the two?
I'd have to say, as you don't want to talk about one builder better than another, but they are what they are too. So Lennar is more of a track builder. You're kind of going to get what you get. Where you go into Taylor Morrison, you get a little more customization, not full custom, but you can change your floor plans and
Sure.
change a little bit of what you want to do. Lennar is not doing that here.
Are
So
the
you
price
kind of going
points
to get
similar, or is Esplanade going to be like way
Esplanade is
above,
more expensive.
way more expensive?
Esplanade is
Okay.
more expensive. Yeah. So this is where, and again, this is not cheaped out. I mean, this is a really nice golf
Sure.
course. Right now to play on this course is about $100, and this will go private. But, again, as we talk about what you can do, they are selling memberships to people outside the residence. So when you buy a house here, you are a member of the country club, but they are also selling to a selected number of people outside that are not residents. You got to pay $10,000 a year and some more fees that the residents don't,
Okay.
but you can buy it. But this is, I mean, you're talking 1,700 units to start, and then they're going to have another couple hundred at the end with no country club to it. It's a massive project, and it's getting a lot of buzz.
So we're
And
gonna get into a home tour for everybody. Actually, I'll show you a map where we're located, but I'm just so
yeah,
intrigued by the golf course or the golf aspect of it.
yeah, we're
Like,
going to try to head out there. I want to get you in town so we can go out and play. Arthur, our guy over there, is like, just get your boys out and we'll get you on the course.
let's
So
get
we'll
it.
do it
So
one day.
what's the difficulty of this course? Is it a pretty is it forgiving? Is it a fun course? But is it tight? Is it hard? Like from your experience and what you've heard from others.
So a couple of my buddies have played it. I haven't had the opportunity yet. We have some
Okay.
passes, but from what I right now that they said, there's just not a lot to look at, right? Because the course is in great shape, but there's not a lot of homes, and they kind of cleared it all out. And they said so it's beautiful but then you got a lot of areas that are just dirt, where all the houses are going to go.
Hmm.
But you can see they put a lot of work into these greens and fairways.
It looks good.
Um, the sand probably looks right about where my driver's going to go when I go left. And then the water, there's one in, it looks like the first or second hole that's shared.
That one
I think
looks
we'll see.
spooky. That one looked
Yeah, it's
really,
really
really
big and
narrow.
wide, but it's got the hole right in the middle. It's like, how many golf balls are going to go right in the center?
Oh my goodness gracious,
So,
spooky, spooky. All right, so
but
let me just show everybody the map of Lakewood Ranch. We're going to be above, yeah, the State Road 70 here, and then tucked away in
yep.
the east side of the community. Now, what
Yeah.
are
So
the
you're north
perks
and
to
east.
living here versus living anywhere else in Lakewood Ranch?
So, the biggest thing that, you get the pros and cons. A lot of people want to know the con would be it's a little the furthest one out right now. So it's the
Right.
furthest east. But everything is growing there. And that's why we put those public shopping centers in there with the little red baskets, just the golf courses that are around that area. There's a lot going on there with 4 exits, a lot of coverage. But what's nice is, you either starting in a new neighborhood or you're closing out a neighborhood as far as getting pricing. And this is very strategic what Lennar is doing. So this is very important to work with our team, because he's literally sending me an update weekly
Hmm.
of the strategy that they're doing as Lennar. He's just basically told us this is exactly how we're doing it, Dan. and it changes every single week. So you need to stay in touch every week because we're changing the way we sell homes every week, and we'll get in more details when we talk about the numbers. But
Let me I'm just gonna
that's the
pop.
country club being built right back there. You see back there in the back.
Okay,
That's where
gotcha.
they're
Yeah,
building the
let's talk about
country
that real
club.
quick. Let's talk about the
Yeah.
amenities and what are the fees, and then we'll hop into a home tour.
Yeah.
I know there's people like, I want to see this home. I want to see this home. So let's hit on that
Yeah.
real
Yeah.
quick, and then we'll hop into a home tour.
So when we get into the, I guess we can talk about. You want to talk about the style of homes and everything first, and then
Sure.
the
Yeah,
fees?
we could do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's unique about this neighborhood? We're going to kind of go into it. Out of the 1,900 homes, you have 20 different floor plans to pick from, and you have single family homes, coach homes, veranda condos, and terrace condos. And
Wow.
so in that order, that goes expense. The single family homes is the most expensive, going all down to the terrace condos. So if you want to get in there in the terrace condos, they're 2 bedrooms, 2 bath with covered parking, not a garage.
Cool.
You can get in there at $280,000. So, and you're allowed to do 12 rental. You do monthly rentals in here, and you can do it 12 times a year. So if
Okay.
you want to just get it for yourself, and I'm coming down for half a month, half a year, and you want to rent out the other 6 months, you can in this community.
Wait, hold
So you
tight for
can do
me. Hold
monthly
tight. You
rentals
you said 6 times a year, and you can do monthly
12
rentals
times a
six
year,
times, 12 times. So these are 30-day minimum, is what it is.
30-day minimum, and
Cool.
you can do 12 a year. So if you say I want to use 3 months myself and I'm gonna rent out the other, the other nine, you can, but you get 1 month rentals 12 times a year.
Wow, that's value.
So
That Do you know of
that's
any other
hard to find here.
places? Do you know of any other places in Lakewood Ranch that's allowing those types of lease terms?
The only other place I know is the other community that was, and they do 3 month rentals, so they don't do
Okay.
month to month.
Okay.
So this is the only one I know of that does this, and it's great for investors, right? We work with a lot of investors, and some people just want that to compensate the pay,
How many
before.
people? I mean, think about it, right? Florida, Sarasota, Lakewood Ranch, golfing. There's a lot of people that want this to be a seasonal place for them to live. And what
Oh,
better way
absolutely.
to have value in a property than to say, hey, look, when I'm not there, let me make a little income on it. Maybe I'm not going to pay everything. Maybe I'm not going to make, cash coming in, but like at least let me stick somebody in there and take care of
Yeah,
some of the
cover my
bills.
fees.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
cover my
sure. That's
fees.
value.
So the tiers, then you go up to the veranda. They go 2 bedroom, 2 bath with a one car garage. Those from 13 to 1,400 square feet. Coach homes, they go up to a little bit bigger. We're 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, 2 car garage, 1,700 to 2,100 square feet. And we have these slides if somebody needs that stuff and information. And then your single family homes have 3 collections. They have like an executive, a manor, and an estate. And in that order, the prices go up. So you can get a single family home in there in the 540, and this is tile roofs, paver driveways, paver patios with a pool. You can be under $600,000 for these smaller homes, but you can go all the way up to $1 million for the 3,000 square foot house.
What's the price of
So
the one that we're looking at today? I'm ready. Let's just get
today,
into it. Let's get
okay, so
into
this
it.
house we're going to look at is it's at $1 million.
Okay,
it's
cool.
it's right at 950 with the pool. 950. You notice you got the tile roof, the nice driveway, all that stuff is going. Now the difference on every one of these homes is you can't come in here and get custom. Now these are good looking homes. They're impact windows, by the way, throughout. So that's already set. Um, this one is a 3 bedroom, 3 bath with a den, and what you see is what you get, right? They are building these homes, and when you come in, and we come in together as a team, we sit down with them and say, okay, what kind of deals can we work on today, and it's based on what they have available and what they're producing. But all the homes are going to be white cabinets, no brown cabinets, no
Okay,
nothing,
cool.
white cabinets everywhere.
Interesting.
Two
That is
floor
the
pla- two
definition that's definition of for us, like that level one where they just don't move from a particular package. That's the way that they can shave off some of the price for everybody, right? If it's
well, and
predictable for them, they can order in bulk.
every one of these homes are coming with pools too. Now they do
Okay.
have a couple they built without pools, but 90% they're just building with pools. Our guy, we talk over there again. He, with so much going on and so many moving parts, we have to stay on top of him weekly to kind of just say, okay, what's available now? Because we have 16 coach homes, 14 single family homes. These, 9 have pools. These 2 don't. So they're building them. They've already selected the lots, and you're going to come in and pick your lot, pick the house that's already there. So they've already
Okay.
made all the choices for you. When you go down the street to your friends and say, hey, can I check out your cabinets? What'd you get? Oh, I got the same cabinets you do. Everybody's getting the same one. but you are getting a 3,000 square foot home
Yeah.
with a
In a country
pool
club.
on a
In a
country
country club.
club under under $1 million or right at
Sure.
$1 million with with some of the extra things they might put in, and they list everything they put in these homes for you. So when we go in there, we can still negotiate, and I'm
For
telling you, there's
sure.
still a lot of room to negotiate. But what they're doing, and this was a long conversation we had, they are in a position now that every so many homes they're going to raise the price.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and because they're in that position, they can, and every 20, 15, 20 homes, the prices are going up 10, 12 grand.
Here's my thing for everybody out there, because I know there's some people that are the DIYers that are going to do it themselves. More power to
Yep.
you, right? You have one opportunity to swing your biggest and best offer. That's how negotiation works, right? If they say no to what you've offered them, you can't start taking things away and adding more things. Well, throw this in there. What about that? It doesn't work like that. Once they see
Right.
your bottom, they're not going to sit there and let you add more. So we use a strategy to try to extract the most out of the deal. It's not just about that
Yep.
overall number. There's a lot of things behind the scenes, concessions, add-ons, that sort of thing that we like to maximize for our clients. So the best way to reach us, send us an email, team@morefla.com.
Yeah. Yeah. There's opportunities here. This is because, we're in that market now. Rates are great. And they're offering some incentives on a weekly basis. So we just have to stay on top of that.
And this is kind of off topic here. Did you hear anything
Yeah.
about the new DHI lawsuit at all that just happened? If not off camera, I'll talk to you about that. It just literally just released. Obviously, like
I think
national
I
builders
heard
and
a little bit of
lawsuits.
rumors about it. I
Okay.
heard a little rumors about it. Yeah. But I haven't caught I haven't sat down and read the full articles yet.
There's some
But
obviously like national builders lost. It's always happening, right? But I'll talk to you more about that.
sure.
My thing for everybody is like make sure you not only have representation, but like people that are qualified in the field that have been doing it, because these builders are going to set their contracts up in a position to where they can win. And I understand it, right? They don't want to build a home
Sure.
and then somebody walk away from the home, so they're going to make it to where they're not really losing. But you want to know all of the fine details of what's going on from start to finish. That is the key for sure, for sure. I'm ready to take a look
Correct.
at this
Correct.
damn pool.
Yeah. Yeah. So the pool's going to be nice. And again, same pool in every house. Um, Gas community though. Gas community.
Cool.
You don't see that very often in Lakewood Ranch. You got a handful, maybe 5% in
Yeah.
Lakewood Ranch. They'll have gas, and this is a full gas community. So that's
Man,
that's a plus for a lot of people.
people would think that Lennar can't build a home like this. You got to remember, right? Like they are hiring contractors in the local area, and they could build anything
Yeah.
they want to, right? But they're known to be America's #2 builder per volume, so they have to build a lot of homes, and so sometimes they can their people can talk down on them and talk whatever it may be, but they can go build a very nice home if they want. You got to remember, it's not Lennar building the home; it is the people that they're hiring locally to build it, right? So
Yeah.
it's a good looking home. I can't lie, it's a good
It is
looking
a good
home.
looking home. It's not a super high frill, but the cabinets are nice. Get the quartz countertops. You have the nice flooring. I mean, it's a good looking home, and impact windows. That's something not that I know Lennar to be for.
No,
And every home is going to have impact windows, so you're not
very
going to be running
nice.
out there and throw shutters on. So, but you're right in the heart of where the growth is in Lakewood Ranch. You're still far from the interstate by 4 miles, at the most. So you're still getting to the interstate in 10 minutes. You're going to be not even 5 minutes to the closest new shopping center. So everything's real close. But this is a budget, and I hate to use the word budget because it sounds cheap, but it is
Budget
an
luxury?
economical way to get. Yeah, it's budget friendly to get in and still enjoy the Florida lifestyle. And to come down here and buy a $600,000 home, to have that view with a pool, and then leave and come as you go. They got the Florida Country Club lifestyle, and you're not $3 million. You
And
know,
dude, I love the flexibility of the 30-day minimum lease. Like to me, you want to talk
yeah,
about value. I like to tell everybody, like, we want to set you up in a position to where you can have an exit strategy in the event that you need to. I know a lot of people are like, this is going to be my
yeah,
forever home. I'm always going to hold it. But if you go to sell a home in this community, hopefully you have a very nice lot. We're going to try to shoot for that for all of our clients. But then if you can say, hey, this is one of the only communities that allows short-term rentals up to 30-day minimum, that right there
right.
sets you apart already from the other communities. Already, there's so much value in that.
And I think understanding that, and that's why, when we talk in our meetings and stuff about the communities down here, every neighborhood's different. Every builder's got different goals. And this one, they've kind of laid it out, said, this is where we're going with it. We're raising the prices. I mean, the terrace home that we just talked about for 280, we could have bought that for 240 9 months ago.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
No, very
so
interesting. I
they're
mean,
gonna trickle up.
this is to me the perfect blend out there, right? Because think of Lakewood Ranch. It's high-end homes, nice area to live, very seasoned, well put together, still new and
Yep.
developing. It could be somewhat expensive, but you just kind of think of this vacation Florida hometown lifestyle blended into
Yeah.
one, and now you have some affordability sprinkled in there, and it really doesn't take away from what the community offers. You think of affordability
No.
to take away all the amenities and stuff. Like, look at this.
Yeah, I mean, you got some capital contributions going on there. You know, got $8,000 capital contribution when you get in. That's to keep the country club going. They're going to take that at closing. You know, your CDD is 165 to 300 based on the size of the home, and your HOA is fully with the club and everything is $500 if you're in a house, and if you're in one of those terraces, believe it or not, it's 700 because the smaller homes are a little more expensive because the maintenance is a little more expensive on that area. But you know, now at $700 a month, you're in a country club atmosphere, going out and just calling your tea time in and pay your $20 cart fee. You
Check
know,
this out, Dan. What the heck is this right here? I know you're supposed to hit over this, but like
yeah,
that's not a big and just in case landing area for you.
yeah, exactly. You know, I mean, I hope you know. I'm sure there's some tee boxes a little bit closer, but if your tips or your blue, you got to get it 200 yards to get over the water
Yeah.
to get it
Yeah.
in play.
It looks tight. It looks like a cool
So
course, man. We have to definitely play. I would love to know in the comment section, is there anybody in the comment section that plays golf? That let us know, because I love the sport. Dan loves the sport. There's other people on the team as
yep,
well. You got to think about when people come to Florida, beaches, theme parks up in Central Florida where we're
yep,
at, and then golf. You got to think of golf, right? Or just outdoor activity, outdoor sport. This is a very big activity here in Florida. So we'd love to
yeah,
know in the comment section.
yeah. Golf, beaches, fishing. That's really big here in Sarasota. Fishing, beaches,
Yeah.
golf. Yeah, we love it, and shopping. So
Cool. Well, I tell you what, I actually like the community. I like the blend. If anybody out there wants more information, not just on this community, but any other community, we have Dan down there. Make sure you reach out to us, team@morefla.com. If you made it this far, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, what the heck are you doing? Catch you guys on the next one.
thank you.